Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips with a brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shop video today. Today gonna go out today, see what things came out today, see what things are on sale. Today though, new release-wise, there's actually not a lot of stuff releasing. Last week there was a lot of things that came out. This week though, it doesn't look like there's gonna be much changed out in the stores. We shall see, you know, if there is anything kind of randomly. There possibly could be something different, like Steelbooks, you know, changed out at Walmart, because there's not like any specific date when it comes to the Steelbooks and things like that, but we'll see if there's anything randomly different out or anything like that as well. Also though, at the end of this video is going to be a bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews for some things I received to review and talk about for you guys, so definitely stay tuned for those as well. Also too guys, thank you again for all of you who have been picking up copies of my film Desert Fiends on DVD and Blu-ray, and a lot of people ask too, is it available on streaming, because I always promote, you know, since it's a physical media channel, I'm always talking about the physical versions. But yes, you guys can watch it on all the you know, the platforms, like, you know, rental off of you know, Fandango and Amazon Prime and all those places as well, Google Play. But I'm always pushing the DVD and Blu-ray. But anyway though guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into Target we go. And you guys know we always have to go by the $1, $3, and $5 spot. And I think I see a few random new things in here. Like I see this little fan, this little selfie light thing here, and then these little charger things. Like, so yeah, they seem like they're always like, you know, changing this section out. Pretty much like every like 2 weeks or so, it seems like different things are in here. These are some kind of like, are these like stamps or something? What does that say on there? I think. Yeah, little self like inking stamps. I remember back in the day, like there was so many different types of stamps you'd see like in stores and stuff. You don't really see stamps and stuff much anymore, but they were, like when I was a little kid, I remember seeing so many different ones of those. There's a few more of these. What are these, like balloon animal erasers? You can erase with something that looks like that? I guess you can. Usually like erasers look like rubber type things, but this does not look at all like something that you could erase with, but I guess you can. They've made advancements in erasers. And these weird little beaker things, these are what I could have used for Amityville Bigfoot. If you guys saw that, I had this little like kids kit thing that we used for it. But man, I could have done it even lower budget with these little cheap beaker things and everything. But yeah, the one main thing I'm looking for now too is I've been seeing some pictures now of new Simpsons ones I've been mentioning. There's a bunch of the, like I think this size Simpsons that are starting to come out. It's so funny too, seeing the prices on these things go up, because these were $9.99 for all these ones. You can almost see, because they put a thing in front of it. I'm pretty sure it's either $11.99 or $9.99, but we've definitely, at least I've been really noticing like the prices on certain things like increasing up a little bit. It's kind of funny. But I did come across though a couple days ago the Superman one that has like the lion head. That's a pretty cool one. I know that's one of the harder ones to get. There's two renditions. There's one with the lion head, and there's one that has like this Alfred E. Newman head that you can put on as well. But the main other Simpsons one I'm trying to find is the family car. I know that's one of the ones that's available as well. Like I don't think people have been seeing it in America yet, but it should be showing up pretty soon. Probably Macy's is usually the place too where you come across this stuff first. Into Walmart we go. Yeah, so we'll take a look though and see anything different over here today. I always show these things too. It's like, I've noticed like they mark them down as much as possible, and they're always still here. And like now they're down to $1. They were $9.97, and I almost feel like they're going to get down to like 25 cents. Because I think some people were saying they saw in some stores they were 50 cents for them. So they probably will get down to that cheap. But yeah, the one section, there was a guy in there stocking, so I couldn't really say anything. And I didn't really see anything different over there too. What's funny too is I've seen that like there's supposed to be like the new Superman figures that were sold, like all the new ones that are supposed to be like a big standee for them. But I've never seen them in any of the Walmarts, and they're supposed to be in the entertainment section. So in the movies and everything is where the stand's supposed to be, but I've yet to ever see it. It's like really weird. And I've been to a bunch of different random ones and never seen anything set up for it. And it's not just like the main toy thing over here. It's like an actual like end cap, like right here, that they would do. But there may be some kind of pushed over here though. Let's see, anything different. I saw too coming soon, there's going to be one of these Movie Maniac ones for Jaws, which is kind of cool, like of the big shark coming out of the water, and then you see, it's kind of like the poster done like 3D, but doesn't look like anything different over here from what I can tell. But let's take a look though and see, just in case there's anything different Steelbook wise. There's still a lot of the Steelbooks though for Minecraft. There's still four left of those, but everything here is the stuff from last week. And then over here, we always briefly check in here, see what's going on in here, and see, like I said, I think since this stuff's locked up in here, I haven't seen a lot of this grouping of things moving. And I also think too that every time they do this, they should do a limited edition VHS that's in here, because I feel like that's a cool thing to have. So they should always try to find something, because those seem to always sell. Like, and it's like, that's what I've noticed in there. Into the mall we go, and we'll see if there's anything different in here. There's a Macy's, and this one is usually one of the better ones, so we'll see if they updated anything with the Simpsons in this one though, but we shall see. Yeah, the one thing though about this mall though is I feel like it's one of the few malls in this area that's actually, you know, not one of the dead malls, because most malls are kind of like, you know, you go through the mall and there's like one store open, one store closed. This one, for the most part, I'd say like 90% of the stores in this one are open. There's not a lot of abandoned ones or like weird, like kind of strange shops that kind of fill in and stuff to kind of make a spot. Because like some malls now are just putting the most random things in them. But we're head over, this is like one of the only open ones, you know, closed down ones here. But we're heading to Macy's now. They're always playing music. So basically I'm going to talk right now. So we're going to head into Macy's. So we're looking around in there in the Toys R Us section. We're seeing what they have in there. See if there's anything different in there though. But I have to kind of talk like this because there's always music in there. Into the random GameStop we go. There's so few of these in my area. There's one I found out in this, you know, where I am now, but it's always hard to show anything in here because people always like, there's like one employee and they're always talking to you the whole time, but we'll see what's in here. But yeah, in here though, they have like, there's kind of a weird Batman one that has like a freeze thing to it, but I have like some of these ones, like the color purple suit one, and then the like this one. I know there's one that's like the you know, Tim Burton's Batman one that's like this digital one, but I've not seen that one anywhere though. Looks like they have one of the Superman Lex Luthor ones there, and then some of these ones. Into the second Walmart we go. Yeah, this is the one that has the Charlie's cheesesteaks in it. I feel like this is like one of the only ones I've ever seen that had them in it. Yeah, see, Charlie's cheesesteaks. They're usually like only in like malls and stuff, and even in malls you don't see them very much. But kind of funny. I always think of this, the Charlie's cheesesteaks Walmart. Yeah, I'm looking too to see if this one set up the Supermans and stuff like that, because it's supposed to be like a big like sex like thing like kind of in this area, but I haven't seen anything for it, at least in any of these areas out here. And it's funny, even yesterday Todd Mcfarlane like was in a Walmart going, you see, this is how it's supposed to be set up. This one has a bunch of the Ben Cooper Gremlins ones in here. This is one I don't think I've seen too often. This, well, I think this one is ones where I think it has like parts of another one and you like build them together and stuff like that. But yeah, I have not, like I said, haven't seen any of the ones that have the end cap with the Superman ones. It would be like probably in these areas. This one though too is one of the ones where like every movie except for this spot here is all locked up. So see everything, like, and this one like locks up everything, like even the ones that would be right here in the end are locked up. Let's see though, do they have, yeah, they still have the exclusive one, and they still have the Steelbook from last week, and Monkey. So they pretty much have everything from last week, you know, all the stuff. But let's go through the toys down here and see if there's anything different. Yeah, but taking a look down here though, seeing if there's anything different here. Minecraft though, they have a lot of the Minecrafts in here. They have the Jack Black 2-pack, which I found this one a couple weeks back, and they actually have the Jason Momoa. This is one of the harder ones to get. There's gonna be at some point a 2-pack of Jason Momoa, kind of like this one with Jack Black. I've never seen that one though in any of the stores. And I have seen a lot of people finding randomly that the small Simpsons one, this one in the small size of the Bartman, but that's the one, like, out of all the Simpsons, I've literally found all the ones I've been trying to get except that one. I don't know what it is with that, like, small size one. It's only in Walmart's, but I've never come across it. I haven't seen it, like, in any other, like, stores on resale. But see, here's more of these things that were in the other Walmart, and this one has them for $9. See, these are not gone on sale yet. Look, there's even more over there of them. Yeah, in this GameStop, I found another one. This one has this one I haven't seen anywhere. Mr. Terrific, that Superman one. And then they have this Superman and Krypto one. I ended up getting this one online, though, but it's funny to see that one in here as well. And then this Two-Face one here. What's so funny is in there they had a random Minecraft one that I had never seen. It's like Steve. It's like the Steve, like, explosive Minecraft escape. It's like him in the minecart thing. Pretty cool. Like I said, I'd never seen anything about this one whatsoever. Didn't know this one was coming out. And the first time I've seen this was in this GameStop. Into the next Target we go. But yeah, this location, though, it has like a million of these ones here, the Batman Forever, like the retro ones. They're all on clearance. They're all like for $6.29. I got these ones a long while back, like months back, but man, they have so many of them in this location in here. But nothing new Simpsons-wise. And like that one that I found, that Minecraft one, like I said, I hadn't seen that anyone that I found at GameStop, so that was a total random one to come across. Into the next Target we go. And this is a funny one, because this one, I always remember, like, I discovered this one probably like 3 years ago. And at the time, it was like Target was here, and then in this whole area, there was like not a single other thing here. And now it's built up, and there's all these different stores and stuff. It was just so weird back like 3 years ago being in the same area, and nothing here. It's just Target and nothing else, kind of almost like in the middle of nothing. Yeah, this one in here, though, it's pretty much all the same normal Superman ones, and then they have one of the Batman orange one in here. Other than that, that seems to be all the one in this spot, but I'll check in the main area as well, too, and here's a bunch of Bigfoots here, too. Yeah, what's funny, though, is in this location, the Batman Forever ones are 50% off, so they're down to $4.49. So they're even less in this location. This one, though, the only thing different that I saw is this line of these DC Direct ones, like Supergirl, this Starman one, and this Damage one. Other than that, though, it seems to be all the same ones, and nothing different Simpsons-wise, though, from what I can tell. Taking a look back here at this one has a whole bunch of these, like, Kylo Ren ones, like these 2-pack ones. This is a funny thing here. What is this, Stranger Things? These are like those mini pop ones. That's kind of cool, like the little, I kind of playset one. But yeah, seeing if there's anything random mixed in here. You never know. Like, there can just be very, very random things mixed into the area back here. See, here's all these Ben Cooper ones. Not seeing anything different in here, though, from what I can tell. This is a different one. I don't think I've seen this before. This, like, Aquaman one. It's kind of screwed up, but this one I definitely have not seen. This one, and it's funny, is that Aquaman. Most of these ones are always aged, age 12 and up. For some reason, that one's 14 and up. And it's weird. Something that's weird that I noticed, but it's just so strange because it's is this a McFarlane one? Yeah. So why is this one 14 and up, and that one is 12 and up? And all of them always seem to be that. So that's very weird and random, but doesn't look like, oh, this is a different one. I don't think I've seen this for Ghost. This is a pretty cool one, but I don't think, definitely have not seen that. As I said, you always have to look, because there's randomly just weird things kind of mixed in. They have the purple one back here, but like weird things just kind of mixed in here that you always have to really be careful, because you can miss some interesting stuff if you don't, like, kind of look through this stuff. Well, here I am at what would probably be the final of the Targets. I may end up at one other one, I'm not sure. I didn't get to get an intro coming in here. This one has the same ones the other one had too. Only thing different is it has this Superman one like this from the, the ones that include the comic book. Other than that, though, I didn't see any other. Actually, that seems to be the only one of those types that I see in this area. Oh no, this one actually has down here, the one I was telling you guys about that I found, the Superman one that has the lion head. But there's the other one too that has like the Alfred E. Newman head, but that one is like the impossible one to come across. But they have quite a few of those. Let's see, just make sure there's none in the back. No, you always have to make sure you check. Oh, so I've noticed this Target, I've heard so much crying in every thing you can imagine in here today. So it's like this is the crybaby. Let's see, down there different, no. Oh, this is the crybaby Target. Into the final Walmart we go. We'll see if there's anything different in this one though, but we shall see. But yeah, this location though is one of the ones where things are not locked up, so you can kind of look at the back of the things and everything, but doesn't look like anything different here from what I can tell though. Anyway though guys, that was off my brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these shopping videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Also in the comments below, let me know what you guys picked up on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K if you guys ended up picking up anything today. Also let me know what you guys saw in theaters lately, if you guys saw anything this past weekend. I ended up seeing Megan 2.0, which is one I was really looking forward to seeing, and it's really interesting though, because like even the producer made a statement saying, oh, please watch the movie because the next one's going to go back to being horror again, because basically this one changed the genre so much, and instead of being like a horror comedy like the first one was, it's more like there's still some of the comedy mixed in there, because the original one was much more comedy, and then there was a little bit of more horror and a little bit of comedy mixed in. This one what was weird too was even the comedy didn't play like comedy. It was much more like an action science fiction, and the change didn't work too good. Like there was parts of it that were okay, and this one specifically too felt very cut down. Like the first one was made to be rated R, and it got really viral on TikTok with a dance, so they cut it down to PG-13, and it worked. They could still make it play well. This one, on the other hand, felt like if it was rated R, there had been at least a little bit more with the kills they could have done. I don't know. It's one of those things where I won't say it's like not worth seeing. It's worth looking at. It's just not as cool as the original one. I still liked it though. It just was not perfect all around. The other one that I finally got to see was Karate Kid Legends, which has been out for a while. I think this is probably like the last week it'll be in theaters, and I'm glad I got to see it. I actually really like that. That one I will say is definitely worth checking out. I didn't know going into it, I didn't really look at many reviews or anything on it, but really did like that one. But anyway though guys, now stay tuned for the brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews. And the first one I got here is from Paramount. This is the 4K Ultra HD edition, which includes the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital code. This is for the movie here, Novocaine. But this one, I did not get to see this one in theaters. I just finished watching this last night. I actually like this a lot. This is basically, this stars Jack Quaid, and it's basically, his character has this sort of weird condition where he basically can't feel any pain whatsoever. So if he gets hurt or injured, he doesn't feel anything. So it's been kind of a problem too, even when he was a kid, because he would get injured or have something really bad happen, but he wouldn't know. So he could be bleeding or cut. So all these kind of things. And basically though, his girlfriend ends up getting kidnapped, and he's at the bank, and she gets kidnapped because it's a robbery, and she's basically gets taken hostage. So he ends up trying to go after and find her. So it's basically him going after the group of the people that, robbed the bank where he works and where his girlfriend was working with him. And basically it's him going after this group, and essentially all these sort of things going wrong, and, him getting hurt, but not feeling it and things like that. It's a really interesting movie. This one has on here though, feature-wise, some featurettes on the making of, the stunts and things like that, as well as the makeup effects. There's a lot of effects of his character getting hurt and things like that. Like I said, this one here is Novocaine. The next one here was from Lionsgate. This is one I did get to see in theaters. This has Kerry Washington and Omar Sy in the film. It's called Shadow Force, and this has the star of the film here. Omar Sy was from The Untouchables. The original film, not the remake that Kevin Hart was in, but the original one. And this is basically though, they were kind of worked together as these sort of mercenaries, and basically they were married, and it kind of something had happened between them, and because of the danger of what they were doing, they kind of split up because of it. They were kind of afraid that it was working together as mercenaries was kind of a dangerous thing. So basically they kind of stopped seeing each other because of it, and it ends up basically becoming them getting back together again. but then because people are coming after them and the kid, it's a really interesting concept. I like this one though. I thought it was kind of an interesting thing about it. Kind of had like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith sort of feel to it. This one has on here though Shadow Force Declassified featurette on here, commentary track on the film. It has a thing on here looking at the locations of the film, as well as the final battle breakdown, and a theatrical trailer on the film on the Blu-ray as well. The next one here, this is from Sony. This includes the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital code of the film Until Dawn. And this is based on the video game, which I never played the video game, but I thought this was a pretty fun movie. It's basically, though, it's kind of like a Groundhog Day sort of horror film, and it also has a little bit of the feel of like Cabin in the Woods. Kind of reminded me of that a little bit. It's basically, though, about a group of these kids that end up basically at this cabin out in the middle of the woods, and they end up essentially trapped out there, and they continuously are getting killed. It's like kind of the same night, and every time they get killed, things reset, and then they're kind of having to go through the same thing again. And it's them essentially trying to figure out how they can get out of this loop and kind of escape from where they are and survive the night. It's an interesting movie. It has on here, though, feature-wise, deleted and extended scenes. It has a bunch of different featurettes, as well as a commentary track on here as well. The next one here, this is from Warner Brothers. They sent over a free copy of this one to let you guys know that this one was available. This is a really cool limited edition collectible steelbook here. Now, keep in mind, though, this particular steelbook only includes the 4K version. It doesn't include a Blu-ray or a digital copy. So make sure if you pick up this particular version, you guys have a 4K player. It's like, with some of them you can get like, it has the code and you can, things like that. But this one, it's strictly the 4K. So just keep that in mind when picking up this particular version of the show. But here's a look, though, inside at the steelbook. Here's a look at the outside. Really cool steelbook, and it also includes with this as well these limited edition kind of postcard, lobby card things here. So like you see Walton Goggins' character, different ones in here. So very cool. Like I said, these are the limited edition ones. So usually the way it works too is like if they have like this version would, the first steelbook pressing would include the cards and postcards, and then like if this they re-release it again, it probably would only have the steelbook and not the collectible postcards with it. Now, on here, though, this has commentary on the first episode of the show with Jonathan Nolan and Walton Goggins. It also has Inside Season 1, Becoming the Ghoul, Vault Sellers, The Survivor Guide, the animated shorts on this one here as well. The next one here from Warner Brothers as well that they sent over. And this is one of those movies, too. Like, anytime I think of this series, I always think of, like, pretty much the first DVD I ever had. Because the first DVD I ever had was... it was Willy Wonka and then Lethal Weapon 4. Because I remember Lethal Weapon 4 had just released, I think like that week, the week that I had got a DVD player. So I always think of, like, anytime I think of Lethal Weapon, I just think of like DVD and like getting the player and all that stuff. And I always loved these movies. I remember like as a kid too, I was like watching these movies all the time, especially the later ones because I really like Joe Pesci. And this is like the 4K edition here of Lethal Weapon, which includes the 4K and the digital copy, and it has the theatrical and director's cuts of the film as well. And on here it also has a legacy of inspiration remembering Dick Donner. I'm too old for this, and a chemistry that became iconic, featurette on this one here as well. The next one here, this one was from Severin Films, and this is also from their line Intervision. This is a really cool collection here I'm going to show you guys a look at. This is the Bloody Legend, the complete Cliff TWEMLOW collection. I believe that's how you say it. It's TWEMLOW. I know I'm saying that probably totally wrong. It's a really cool collection here. And these are basically movies that I don't think were really that seen until now. I don't know if they had like VHS releases in the past that were like really hard to find, but it's a collection here of movies, and it's basically 11 feature films. They're all from the same director, Cliff TWEMLOW, and it has 11 feature films on 9 Blu-rays, including the documentary, the Mannequin Man, as well as 13 hours of special features, as well as a bonus CD as well, some of the music from the films. So here's a look, though, inside here at this collection. It's designed like a VHS tape. Really cool here. So you open this up, and I'll show you guys. The first one you have here is this Manchilin Man, The Legendary Life of Cliff TWEMLOW. This is basically a documentary on him here, and that's the first one that's included. And then we have the one here that has the Tuxedo Warrior as well. Yeah, the Tuxedo Warrior here, and that includes outtakes, a gag reel, and a trailer for the Tuxedo Warrior. And then we have the Grievous Bodily Harm, GBH. And this one has a commentary track on here, alternate credit sequence, teaser trailer, a trailer, the Spike TV special, Mason's War promo on here. Really cool the way this one is designed, the layout in the set. And then we have the, this one has Target Eve Island and the Ibuzi Connection here. I know I'm saying these ones very wrong here, this collection here. And then we have the American Run and Moonstalker. Moonstalker is one that I remember getting like some kind of like a real thin DVD. Like I remember years and years back at like some dollar store. So I do remember Moonstalker. And it has on here though for American Run and Moonstalker. And on American Run it has scenes breakdown, alternate credit sequence, David Ball test footage. And then on the Moonstalker, it has a commentary track, alternate credit sequence, trailer, the Blind Side of God promo, Harrison's Moments on here, Jerry Harris show reel. And then we have the Hitman and the Eyes of Satan here. And that has an alternate credit sequence on the Hitman and a trailer, and then bloopers, deleted scenes trailer on the Eyes of Satan. And then we have here the Firestar. That has a deleted scene, and then Tokyo Sunrise is also included, and that has making of and outtakes and a promo on it. And then we have Grievous Bodily Harm 2, and that has a final short production on here, Bad Weekend, which is a final short film from Cliff, his final short film on here. Here's a look at this one here. And now this, I cannot show anything. I'm sorry, I cannot show the last one on, or this one on here, but I can show you. And I know sometimes I say like, oh, but I definitely, no way I could show that one. And then here's the Peter Reno tapes here as well. But a really cool collection here, really well designed set here as well for the Bloody Legend collection here of the complete Cliff Harrow collection here. And the next one I have here to show you guys is a really cool, I have the DVD and the Blu-ray here to show you, and this is the Making Horror, which is a documentary here, which is put together by Frank Pulciani, who is the producer on Desert Fiends and Skate to Hell. And he also is he played Edgar in Desert Fiends, who's the ticket taker, if you guys have seen Desert Fiends. And he is the producer of this documentary here, which he put together. And it's basically all about, you know, if you're fans of horror, fans of conventions, and you know, basically anything having to do with horror conventions and horror in general. And it's basically people getting interviewed at conventions, kind of talking about the horror fandom, their favorite movies, talking about, you know, kind of going around doing little tours of the conventions as well. But really great. There's lots of different interviews on here as well. Brett Wagner is in here. He actually hosts the documentary. Ginger Lynn, Kane Hodder, Tom Arnold is in here, Bill Moseley, Aline Dietz, Oliver Robbins, Miko Hughes, and there's even some footage in here too from the premiere of Desert Fiends. But a really cool, like I said, these are both available. You guys can get either the DVD version or the Blu-ray version. I'll have a link below where you guys can go to order each different version. The next one here is from Second Sight. This is a brand new release here. And this is the Blu-ray here of Talk to Me. And I really like this movie. This is one of those movies, too, that was so incredibly creepy. And I remember, like, from the trailer, you know, there's very few trailers where they're actually, like, super, super creepy. And that was one of those ones that really did, like, anytime it came on, really creeped me out. And the concept, too, of this weird sort of hand that you put, you know, you grab. Basically, though, these kids are messing around with this weird sort of hand thing. And basically, by touching it, it sort of, like, gives all these bad vibes and like bad things start to happen. It's sort of like basically it's not a good thing, and it's basically one thing after another bad happens to these group of kids, and they're trying to figure out how they're going to stop this. On here though, it has a commentary track, a new commentary by Emma Westwood and Sally Christine, has a commentary track with the directors on here, talk to them, a new interview with Danny Filippo and Michael Filippo, the directors. Has on here a new interview with the producer. On here, it has behind the scenes of Talk to Me, no spoilers, archive featurette, deleted scenes, cast interviews, and crew interviews on here as well. And the last one here, to let you guys know that was available, this one was from 88 films. This is one here called Detention Violent Riders. And I cannot show you guys the back of this one here, but want to let you guys know that this one was available from 88 films. But anyway, though, guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.